Welcome back to CrawlCast. Today, we are in Moab once again, and we are super humble and honored to be joined by the most famous guest that we've had, in my opinion, and a guy that we look up to. But
definitely wouldn't go that far.
We got Jeremy Purick from Rock Krawler Suspension here today, and his daughter Brinks, and Jake from Rock Krawler and Brinkley. That's what I said, isn't it?
No, you said
Brinkley. Well, you said I was going to kill you, so I can.
Yeah. She did.
And Jake and his daughter CiCi. So thank you guys so much for coming and joining us tonight and getting
thank
on
you
this
for having
podcast.
us. It's pretty cool. It's been a fun family week.
Super fun.
Yeah.
So far, this has been an amazing time. I mean, I've never been to Moab, so I'm
Another
really
newbie.
enjoying this.
Bunch of newbies this year.
Yeah, awesome.
On a previous podcast, we had Travis, and he's also one of the newbies. So we'll be interested to see your experience versus his experience.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing
Ours
that.
is much better.
Well, we haven't broke.
Hear something.
We haven't broke
about,
anything. We didn't have to fix anything, so I think we're good to go. So
I did
far.
hear something last night. I don't remember exactly what the line was, but I think it was Jeremy Purick doesn't run shit. I do. Is that what Travis said?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
He obviously doesn't run a beard clippers. Oh, you want to say?
That was not nice.
Is he fired?
Yes.
Sorry, Trav.
Brinks, are you in charge of the HR Human Resource Department for Rock Krawler? All right, perfect.
She said, I believe so, if you guys didn't hear that. But so my most favorite thing about Moab is bringing new people out here, no matter what their wheeling ability is, whether it's their first time ever behind the wheel or they're a veteran but just never been out here. Like, I love bringing people out here because there's just not. And Jeremy, I mean, you've wheeled all over the country more than I have, and there's nothing like this anywhere else.
Every place I've gone, I mean, this is still my favorite place I've ever been. You know, it's the scenery, the trails, the camaraderie. It doesn't go anywhere beyond what happens in Moab, Utah.
Yeah.
So wrong. I think it's Jeep Beach.
There's no she likes to party,
That's
obviously.
because she likes to get on a surfboard and do something funny.
She
you know?
likes to party. But no, you know, just everything that happens here, you guys, you've seen the other companies that, you know, I don't know how much you touched on, like the coronavirus and how much that has affected the country and the state of people's minds or whatever. Every company that we work with, for the most part, obviously there's some that couldn't be here because of the shelter in place or whatever their corporate mandates were that didn't allow them to come. But, you know, a very large percentage of companies that we're all associated with, you know, came out to this event. It's not even an event. It's just a gathering of companies that just said, listen, Moab's open. The town has been crushed. Let's all get out there and, you know, support the town, support the community, and have a great time. You know, even John at Sunset Grill, you know, he's not open. His place is closed. Thursday night, he opens the patio up to us, you know, small people, they're cleaning the place out, getting it reopened. He's just have drinks, you know, just chilling out, just let us chill out up there. And, you know, he didn't make a dime off us, but, you know, just the stuff that we've done with people in this community for 17, 18 years, it's amazing to come out and be a part of everything.
Yeah, and I mean, even Erica today, she went shopping instead of joining us on the trail, and she was saying, like, everybody any store she walked into, people were like super gracious that people were here and buying stuff and spending their money at the restaurants and local boutiques and all that stuff. So
even the place we went to right now for dinner, she was very thankful that we were there.
Yeah, and we left her a great tip.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys know me well enough. I went to the liquor store last night, and of course they didn't have the big bottle of Tito's.
Yeah,
but there was a lady that was like restocking, and I was like, "Hey, do you have the 1.75?" I mean, she was so gracious. She's like, "Do you want the whole case?" No, I'm not. I'm not that bad. Okay,
no,
I'm not that bad.
He bought the whole case, in case anyone's wondering.
I wanted to, but I didn't. I got my daughter here. I'm trying to be a good boy, you know.
So, what do you call the last 3 nights? Being a good boy?
Oh, I was a good boy, except for the
Hershey Kiss.
Hold on.
Should we just call it the pump?
Yeah. CiCi, what do you think of the last 3 nights of your father?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's about it.
Maybe drinking?
Well, maybe. I mean, he did say he had Tito's, but you know,
I only had Tito's
All right.
last night. That was the first night. Tonight's the second.
we've been here for like 4 days. But no, I mean, just again, the people, everything here, the town, just to even see what we're, obviously we went with kind of like the elder statesman's group today.
Yeah.
And, we're all sitting out at the Maverick, just fueling up and getting stuff for the trail ride. And you see all the people and the families and the UTVs just getting ready to go out and go experience life again and not just be stuck at home. And, you could see the difference in people's attitudes, just almost thankful that, hey, we get to go out and do something now and not just have absolutely nothing to do.
That place was packed.
Oh, it was jammed, right?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was a line at the pumps like you would not believe.
And inside?
Inside was ridiculous. It went all the way to the back to the freezers.
Yeah.
It was great to see.
It's amazing to see how every business, whether it's Utah or Florida or New York or whatever, how they have signs and stickers made already, 6 feet apart, stand here and wait for the next gatekeeper to call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Gatekeeper is almost pretty accurate.
Right. Right.
being in Nashville last week. We were at a place to get some hot chicken, and they just had blue painter's tape on the floor, which I mean that works, right?
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And but it was funny because there was, I don't know, 8 of us that went in there.
We had a
Yeah.
large group inside.
And we just kept
Okay.
we were just clustered in the corner, and we got yelled at so many times.
Yeah.
Either stand on the blue line, or get the F out of here.
Really?
We're like, all right. So we'd go stand on our own little blue line, and then slowly start.
The one-way streets at the grocery stores are awesome.
Oh,
I
that's
think they
just
should do that all the
no.
time. I think that should be a permanent thing.
If it makes things faster, yes.
Yeah.
But
So I live in Fort Lauderdale, and my gym was not allowed to be open. And
I can tell.
yeah, no, everything went south, right? So it's registered as a massage therapy place. So I was telling the owner, who I'm very good friends with, you got to put blue painter's tape down on the floor, 6 feet apart, blah, 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 whatever. He had like 3 people in there working out one day before they actually allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they saw that and his hand sanitizers and everything, he was like, they're like, okay, we're just making sure you're abiding by the rules. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And they're doing it here in Moab. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I took the girls to Moab Diner, and it was so cool to see that they had every other booth shut down, and the other side of the booths where you got to sit on the inside, and they had blue painter's tape on the table, sit on the inside.
of course, that was the Rock Krawler table, so that really sucks.
I was just going to ask, did he get to see the Rock Krawler table?
We saw the Rock Krawler table, but it was covered in condiments. So ketchup and mustard, mayo, everything. So we couldn't sit there, but it was the biggest table
Right.
at the diner.
But no, it's just great to get out. Being from New York, and obviously we're not anywhere near the city, but we've had to do the COVID response in the building where you get it, COVID, whatever, the COVID spray, they come in guaranteed for 90 days to kill any germs or anything, just trying to keep the employees safe. But, just the ability to get out and kind of be normal for a little while, we kind of forgot about it all. As soon as you start with life again, it's over.
Right.
And you realize that, other things are happening. And, these kids were just homeschooling for months, and she's got another month of it, and they're bored out of their minds. So the experience of this is a better life experience than just sitting at home and doing self-learning stuff.
And if they're bored, I'm going crazy
Right.
because I like to be out, and they like to be out and running around. And well, you guys got all kinds of toys, so
It's boring except for my UTV.
see.
How's the track in the front yard?
How's the,
It's dug up.
how's the front yard?
Yeah. True Green loves us. We have to pay.
I got lucky. We leased a horse for my daughter. I live in Fort Lauderdale, so I leased a horse. They shut down the barn. No lessons, no nothing. But because we lease a horse, kind of like leasing a car, a very expensive car. Every morning, her barn is like halfway between my house and my office. So I dump her off at 9 o'clock in the morning, and either my wife or my in-laws pick her up at 11:30, and so she got to experience her horse, cleaning the horse and braiding and what?
And cleaning tack, like
else
what
did
you
you
ride
do?
on.
Clean stalls.
I groomed him. I washed him. In the rain, actually. That was, I don't know.
But it was awesome because she didn't have to wake up and just like get ready for school and go to school, and she did her horse stuff and went back home and then logged on and did her schoolwork. Right?
Yeah, I think
Just like these girls, our trip across country from Albany to here, 36 hours.
Driving time.
36 hours driving time. These two girls, and I got pictures that we'll share with you guys. They had their computers. They're at the kitchen table in the RV doing their schoolwork. Like Jeremy and I are talking. We're having a great time driving, whatever, looking at wind turbines. What do you call them?
Windmills.
Windmills. Yeah.
You've never seen a windmill either?
No, that's all we saw for about
boy.
a day.
You come to northern Colorado, and that's all you will
That's
see.
all we saw for a day. But it's so quiet in the back of the RV, the back of the toter home. We're like, what the hell are they doing? So you look back, and they're doing their schoolwork. And then, they take a break. They do their TikTok videos and all that cool shit. But yeah, we got some really cool daughters with us today.
It's cool. It wasn't just your family's here either. There's JD Ralston, Kevin Ralston.
Yep. Obviously, JD works for me, so
Right.
Travis and Alexis.
Right. And then
And his uncle.
Jeremy and his son.
yep.
So
And then obviously Larry and Sherry, and it's a bunch of families, a bunch of companies just have been dying to just get out and do something. And these are guys we consider personal friends as well as people we work with in the industry. So it's awesome.
and today was crazy too, just because like you said earlier, we had some legends with us.
Right.
You want to talk about that?
Well, I'm kind of like a middle timer at this point. We had like Larry McRae, and you got Gerald, and Gerald's still obviously very active in the industry, but he's a little older. Julio's been riding with Larry forever, and it is his co-dog for basically life. They're almost inseparable people, on the trails that are just, great people to have out there.
His name's not Julio. It's Antonio.
No, Antonio's his son. Julio's the dad.
And Julio was
Hey Brinkley, what did you tell Gerald when he was trying to drive up? Was it
Rocker
Rocker
Knocker?
Knocker?
He wasn't moving, so I called him a chicken shit.
That did happen. I just
we love you, bro.
I was a long ways away from her, so I couldn't do very much, but just go, what?
Everyone on the trail, jaws in the dirt. I was like, who said that? And that was Brinks.
And it wasn't
awesome.
it wasn't very quiet. I was just like,
I was sitting up on that ridge to get the shot from up there, and I heard it, dude. And I was just by myself crying up there laughing. It was loud.
And then Gabe asked me to do it again to get it on camera.
and of course you obliged. But
No, seriously, the girls were in the back of the truck. We're heading to the house to have a little cookout or whatever, and they're trying to figure out. So Diesel, everybody loves Diesel. I nicknamed him Slinky. You ever seen a Slinky go down the stairs?
Yeah,
That's Diesel.
for sure.
So we bought 4 walkie-talkies, and the girls gave one to Diesel so that he could talk to us while he's driving and we're crawling or whatever. Yesterday morning, they're like, "Hey, Uncle Slinky, how are you?"
So I'd heard the Uncle Slinky or Slinky the day before that, and then Diesel. I ended up riding with him on Pritchett Canyon yesterday. And I heard that as we were driving off, and I think I laughed all the way to Chewy because it's so funny.
It made his day.
Yeah. Oh, he was so happy. Then he tells me, and this is true. Like this really hits on the whole family aspect of it. He told me, it took him 46 years to find his family, and he does now.
100%.
Yeah.
I rode with Diesel yesterday for a long time, and we had a long opportunity to talk. Again, it's my first time here.
Yeah.
It's my first time actually really wheeling.
Right.
I live in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, we don't have mountains.
Dirt roads and mud puddles.
It's mud puddles. It's flat land, right? And Diesel had me drive his Jeep, and then Sierra drove his Jeep until we got to sand dunes, and then Diesel went to rip it. But I had a long talk with him, and
then Diesel turned into a 10-year-old at the same time.
What's amazing?
Oh yeah.
What's really amazing to me? All right, so being in the medical business, I own a medical company, but being in the business, I am really good friends with my good competitors and people that are in my industry. This side of the business, the Jeeping side, the suspension side, the shock side, whatever you want to call it, they're all friends. You might be competitors, but you're hanging out with some of the coolest people in the world, and the best partners stick together. It is a family.
Yeah.
It is a family. I had a long talk with my wife tonight, and
He's gonna buy a Jeep when he gets home.
no, I got a Gladiator. I'm good. I want to take Yellow home with me. I kind of have a bond with little 2-door Yellow.
Corona.
I got Corona in my blood. I want to take it home, and Jeremy Clanton said that I can't. But
And Dad named the blue one Virus.
Fitting.
Yeah.
But no.
that is fitting.
just to finish the whole family aspect of what my daughter and I have experienced this weekend is truly amazing. Truly amazing.
I'm sure Jeremy noticed it. I don't know if Brinks noticed it, but I was filming the whole way off while she was sitting on your lap. Because, dude, it's so good, dude. Like, all I was thinking about is, like, I can't wait till my boy's old enough.
Oh, absolutely. And you're gonna love every second of it.
Just grip onto the steering wheel.
Yeah.
I'll work the pedals.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I mean, and she did it a couple years ago too, when she was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
On the blue one. That
I told my wife today. I said I was getting a lot of, like, when I actually got cell service, I started getting a lot of notifications.
Yeah.
And she's driving. All I'm doing is gas and brake, and she had it for like 10, 12 miles. She had it.
It's a long way out.
So I started looking at my phone like, oh, what's going on? And on Earth.
Bored.
This should be a new thing.
And my wife's like, are you out of your freaking mind? Nah, whatever. She had it. She's good.
Yeah.
Well, we got video of Ryan's son behind the wheel by himself on multiple obstacles.
Yeah, he ran.
Yeah, I think he pretty much
70%.
Yeah, I think he
Poison Spider.
Poison Spider.
Yeah, there's a couple spots where I was like, "Hey, man, you need to get out."
Yeah, because
How old's your son?
He's 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we
I
wanted
thought
to
he was
sneak.
older than that.
So I was 8.
We wanted to sneak Poison Spider in last year during EJS and sneak it in real quick, like be able to just disappear for an hour, run all the way up through the wedgie or the notch. Yeah, well, I think is that what it's called, the wedge?
The wedgie.
Yeah, the wedge. Anyway, so we didn't really stop, but we wanted to film it all. So Ryan's like literally just like, Brayden, get in the Jeep, drive.
I don't know if you're there yet.
So I was leave it in first gear. You can't go very fast.
she'd do it. I don't know if the JT is like the first time that she should because of the launch, but she could do it. Brinks
handle it yet?
Brinks is amazing.
I could handle if the gearing was better.
We'll work on that.
Perfect. What gears does it need?
It just shifts from second to first, and it just makes it like feel weird.
It's got a lot of power. It's got a little bug. It's a new build. It's got a AMW 6.4 SRT8 Hemi swap. So obviously you guys heard it out there. It's a lot of fun. It's a brand new build with a lot of new parts and a lot of tuning to get the vehicles where we want it to be. And this is just phase 1. This is the first time we've gotten to get it out. We nicknamed it Virus because of the whole coronavirus thing. We had a Corona yellow Jeep, and then we had Virus, and it works, but it just, just a little bit of tuning stuff. Some of it might be software related, and it'll be awesome.
It still crawled everywhere, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was pretty impressed with it. I mean, obviously, I lost 2 taillights.
I was gonna say minus a taillight.
Minus
you
2.
got everywhere.
Uh-oh.
He only lost one.
I'll take
One's
responsibility for the passenger side, but it was just a small crack. He actually ripped the driver's side off. So then, honestly, it was like 15 minutes later, right?
It wasn't very long, much longer after
I don't
that.
feel bad at all.
You're like, oh, cool.
I was going to offer to pay for it, but no, screw you. I'm done.
From what I heard, there's already new ones on their way, so we're in good shape there. But no, I was super happy the way it worked. It's a little different. Obviously, you saw the line I took on Rocker Knocker. That would not be a line you take in any other vehicle besides something that's that damn long.
Right.
That was weird. To be able to drive that. I mean, I've tried it before in normal vehicles, and there's just no way. But that wheelbase, on 40s, the Nitto 40s, you can just make it happen. So it was fun. It was fun.
It pretty much walked it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I was like, because I remember last year, we had the Savvy JT out here, that went to King of the Hammers and stuff.
Similar line too.
Yeah, similar. It was a lot more difficult, and I was like, oh, I don't want to make it look like it's that much work, But it was really good. And, slightly difference in tire size and
Different driving technique too, because Johnny did not crawl it.
No, Johnny's not about crawling things. He's more about just putting the foot to the wood. Yeah,
Sounds like Lauren Healy and the Ranger also this year.
Yeah, no, that was fun to watch.
That was amazing to watch.
That was definitely
really
a
cool
super impressive vehicle. That's a great build those guys did.
Absolutely.
Which and I know a lot of the Jeep community doesn't really like or endorse IFS. However, there's going to be a lot of things. There's been a lot of developments in the IFS suspension world over the last 6 to 7 years of Ultra 4 that you're going to see translate into Toyota and Bronco and the IFS world to make those vehicles more capable too. It's not just going to be a Jeep thing. There's going to be other vehicles out there. There's more things you need to address, but the technology's coming.
Even if you watch King of the Hammers from like last year, it seemed like there was 3 or 4 IFS cars to one solid axle car.
Think about it. We're going to try it in a Tacoma next year. Just because we've done it in Jeeps for so long, unless there's a couple of deals that might happen that might push the Toyota, but we want to be the first people to finish in a stock class Toyota, stock class in an IFS. Has never happened. They, I think one completed like a lap last year, maybe at best. But we want to be the first finishers out there. As far as manufacturers are concerned in the suspension market. We've done very well with Ultra 4 racing, and we want to take that to a different level with some different applications, and it's just the learning curve is there and the products are there.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that mixture of trophy truck and rock crawler starting to come together. It's cool,
and it's really fun. Cool. What's your favorite thing to do, Brinks?
Rip it.
she doesn't like to go slow.
Just give me that.
And do donuts in the sand dunes.
Yeah, you guys like that.
Yesterday, it doesn't even matter what obstacle it was, but yesterday she's like, grip it and rip it. It's like, no, this is not the time to say that.
No. But dude, you were in the dunes with us, and you guys were all in the dunes just filming. These two were in the back seat, dude, just screaming, just on the top of their lungs, just having a blast.
Even before we got to the sand dunes, just basically coming out, they were having a blast.
Oh yeah, and then they got to drive out from there, so they were just having fun. Yeah, as soon as we got to see some speed, it was it became this is awesome. And today they both did a lot of driving. I think they probably drove 7-8 miles of steel bender.
Nice.
Gabe was with us. She was on my lap. It was awesome. Just keep going. And we got a couple spots. We got to rip it, right? Remember up the sand hill? Yeah, that was your favorite.
Yeah, we did the same.
Yeah,
we saw you do it, so we were like, all right, it's not my Jeep. I'm gonna go for it.
So much easier wheeling someone else's Jeep.
Yeah, well, no, honestly, it's not. It's kind of like an ass Parker moment.
Yeah.
It's not my Jeep, and my first time in Moab, my first time doing some serious shit.
Yeah.
But I got great spotters. I have the best people around me. That whole family thing you said earlier, that's what it's all about.
We touched on that on our last episode, and coming out here and being brand new or being a veteran, kind of like I was hitting at. When you're getting spotted by Jeremy Purick or Gerald Lee, like you're getting spotted by these guys that are
The best of the best.
best of the best,
Yeah.
you know, and how could you argue with what they're doing? I mean, I think the only person that argues anything is Diesel, but I think that's just because he's
Diesel.
over emotional and he can't
Right.
feel his feet.
Right, exactly. And we definitely caught a glimpse of him not feeling his feet.
For sure.
We were looking at some of that.
Oh, we
video
got
from
good
yesterday.
video of that for sure.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Us and the passenger, just in the race seat belt.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a good time with Diesel. I mean, he's a great dude. You know,
Yeah,
he's a character, but his heart's always in the right place.
Yeah. He's one of my most favorite people.
Yeah.
in the industry.
He is seriously that man has lived a life that none of us could ever imagine,
No.
and now he's living his best life.
Yeah.
I have the idea. Well, you had the idea, but brought it to me of doing a documentary on Diesel.
On Diesel,
On Diesel.
100%. That would be something that people would watch like you wouldn't believe.
I've already got the storyboard written out too.
So I don't know if he told you, but his big dream is to go run the EMC, but drive from North Carolina, towing his camper out so he's got somewhere to stay, run the EMC, and then drive back to North Carolina. And I'm like, dude, I want in on that any sort of way we can make it. I will fly to North Carolina and road trip out with you, spend the week with you, and road trip back because something goofy is going to happen every second.
It's all
I mean,
good.
honestly, did you see the video? Like his mom is dremeling,
Yeah.
like
His makeshift inner fenders.
I mean, inner fenders for her son.
Yeah.
Diesel, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure you're protected. He did it. They're sitting in the garage at the house right now.
Well, I've never met his mom ever, and she got a Christmas card from Eric. And
Oh, I
this
haven't.
year.
I haven't either. But she makes some damn good cookies.
Yeah, that's
all of
yeah.
the
She bribed
cookies.
us into a Christmas card.
Those no
They are really
Oh, those
good.
no big.
Way to go, Erica.
S'mores.
No, she's great. I mean, you know, and we'll help Diesel any way we can to make his dream
Yeah.
come true. I mean, you know, just knowing what he's been through, and stuff like that, and you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you guys know, but you know, back in the day when we first met him, you know, he got at some point the state of North Carolina said he's no longer disabled. Out of everybody who should deserve disabilities, I mean, when you
Right.
can't figure your body from your waist down,
Yep.
that's a pretty heavy disability to get through life with. You know, so we brought him up. We just started paying him on this, you know, come up, help us with some builds.
Yeah.
You know, and it just kind of got his feet wet. And
Yeah, because he
No.
helped you guys with Betty White.
yeah, Betty White,
Yeah.
probably twice. I think that was reworked twice. We tried a couple different things with that before we launched some products. And he came up and he was great. And he came up when Light Bright Studios came up. He helped then.
He stayed at my house.
She didn't sound too thrilled about
Was that good or bad?
It was painful. I had to share some toys.
You
That
should have
sounds
took
like
him for a ride in your Razor. He would have been scared shitless.
No.
You
It's-
keep harping on the whole
it's-
family thing
Yeah.
again, and Diesel he's a family man. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
he had so much fun. All he wants to do is post pictures of these girls. Can I post pictures of the girls? Yeah, you can post whatever you want. He said, I am Uncle Slinky to these girls. These are my girls. I'm like,
so
they love you, dude.
my 2.5-year-old calls him Uncle Diesel. Like, and Diesel worked on it. He's like, "Can you say Uncle?" And Sean finally said Uncle. He says, "Can you say Diesel?" And he's like, and it's like the cutest. It's like Diesel.
Oh yeah, 2 years old.
2.5.
That's awesome.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But I flew him out to Colorado to help me with my Jeep because I mean, dude, he's a hard worker and he's fun to be around. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
yeah,
He truly is amazing.
I mean,
I feel like we talk about him on every podcast.
I mean, he's associated
You have
with
to.
this group and your group and everybody that's here and that's around us. I mean, you know, again, there's 70, 80 people from different companies here, but everybody knows Diesel.
The response that he got from Kingdom Crawl season 1 was crazy because I have a friend. He's never been wheeling, has no desire to wheel, nothing at all with Jeeps, but because he's my friend, he wanted to watch my show.
Yeah.
So he starts asking me, "Who's this Diesel guy? I need to meet this guy." And I started telling him his story. He's like, "Yeah, that's a cool guy right there."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And to see somebody with that kind of disability work as hard as he does, I mean, that's inspiring to a lot of people, or should be.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people need to learn how to get off their ass and work, and that guy's willing to lay it down, and he's as paralyzed as they come.
He makes a lot of sacrifices too.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt.
He just driving with him yesterday. You could tell he was like tired and kind of run down. And then on his iPhone, iPod, whatever it was, a certain song came on. He threw on the disco ball, and he started started jamming. Then all of a sudden, he passed Jeremy.
Yeah.
On the trail, he's like, "Yeah, I'm getting this shit. I'm going for it right now," and he just nailed it. And he was working with some transmission, temperature issues or whatever. He's like, "No, this is fucking bullshit. I'm going for it."
It was Beauty and the Beast, and I felt like it was painful.
Beauty and the Beast, and what else? Frozen. Yeah.
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
And what?
The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
No, he loves kids. He loves family. I mean, it is what it is.
Honestly, he's the greatest guy that you could be around.
Right.
He loves everybody. Nobody pisses him off. Well, Travis does.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry, Travis. Hey, Travis, if you're listening right now, I'm sorry. You pissed Diesel off, motherfucker.
Just drink something.
Yeah, him and JC got into a little lover's tiff today, trying to spot people.
Who's that?
Travis?
Diesel and
JC.
JC,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
the
'cause they were-
gatekeeper to Upper Eldorado.
They had some different ideas on Ben's Teal TJ.
Oh, okay.
That thing through there, and Ben crushed it, dude.
Yeah.
Like he probably didn't need a spot. He probably just needed to trust what he felt like. he needed to
Ben
do.
lets it go.
Yeah.
He just sends it.
Yeah. Him and Will are the only ones I had to jump out of the way for.
Yeah.
But
Bill Schultz. When he's around, get out of the way. Jump. But
yeah, but
He's in a King of the Hammers race car. He goes 120, but he hasn't realized that yet.
Bill's used to driving a JL that doesn't go fast.
right. That's in limp mode.
Yeah. All the time.
Sierra was shaking for like 30 minutes yesterday when he came up, rocker knocker.
Red Gabe and the girls over.
Yeah, she thought Bill was gonna destroy her.
It was dusty and he couldn't see, and we all hoped that she didn't get hurt. But then the dust clears up, and we thank God she was okay.
But no.
Yeah, that was pretty scary for me, I guess.
You think? If you got ran over, it'd be scary.
Her hand was shaking for an hour. Her legs maybe 30 minutes.
Bill Schultz, this is a compliment to your driving.
He's not the first person to do that.
No.
A couple years ago during EJS, there was a particular red JK with an LSX in it that did that same thing and almost jumped over that
That's
rock.
right. I remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
S-Pod Dad got like 7 feet in the air with a tire.
That was my spotting screwing with Uncle Josh.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dad.
I did that to him. That is no lie. But not. Oh my God. What you got? But no, I mean it's a great experience. She's getting older now. Jake brings Sierra out, and everybody's starting to bring their kids. I mean, when I started coming here, I came, and Frank Curry, who was Ray and John's father, is kind of like somebody when I was out here going, wow, this guy's on Pritchett Canyon with me. My first run ever, I was on Pritchett Canyon with him, and he was in one of their Eldorado rigs. That was like a series of vehicles they built. They sold TJs back in the day that were customized, and and Casey's obviously was younger than me. He was still a kid. He wasn't driving yet.
Yeah.
And now you got him out with us on Thursday and Friday having fun. I mean, it's been a good experience. And these guys are somewhat competitors in some portions of the industry, and otherwise we're just friends having fun. Just coming out the wheel.
So I gotta ask, because I know how it is for me having a newbie to Moab out here, but can you sum up your experience just kind of for the week? I mean, as in depth as you want to go.
That could be long.
From day one,
You get
20
No,
words. 20 words
I'll
or
Run
less.
to today.
I'll try and make it short, but so my daughter Sierra and I, we flew in from Fort Lauderdale on Sunday to Albany. JP and Brinks picked us up. The girls, I mean, it's been a year, right?
Yeah.
It's been a year since they've seen each other.
A year and 17 days.
They embraced each other, hugged, and like
she counts.
these are like little sisters, right? So JP and Heather have one kid. We got one kid, and that's just it. And every year we try and do something together that doesn't. It's not like a Jeep event. We try and do a family vacation. So was it 2 years we did Grand Cayman or 1 year?
She'll tell us.
It was January 15th through January 19th.
The day before my birthday.
Yep.
Yep. So we went to Grand Cayman, and I mean, we had a blast, whatever. So Sierra and I flew up to Albany, and she didn't even say hi to Heather, Jeremy's wife. They went straight out to the trampoline, right?
Trampoline.
I said hi to Heather.
And then so dumped some shit off. Jeremy and I went straight to Rock Krawler. Went to the office, and we're loading up. We're cleaning the toter homes. We got 2 toter homes coming out. Loading up. We brought 5
rigs out.
5 rigs out. I'm a detailer. I used to run car washes, so I was all about making sure everything's clean before we get here. You know, I like to get deep and dirty, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We're gonna go
Just to
destroy it.
Yeah, no, I want to make sure they're clean when we start, you know. Our drive out, I'm going to try and condense this. When I drink, I talk a little too much, but our drive out was amazing. It was truly amazing. I mean, we got 2 amazing daughters. You tell them, hey, log in and do your schoolwork or whatever. So they do that. Then they get in the middle. They do their TikTok videos, which I still don't understand this whole TikTok.
Neither do I.
He calls it a chicken dance.
Yeah, it's like a
ugly
retarded chicken dance is what they're doing. And then so they did one, and they tried to replay it for us, but we can't understand what they're saying. I mean, I don't get that.
We did it in the fast version. That's probably why you couldn't understand it. Well, it was really just words, but it was Squidward and SpongeBob.
So, oh yeah. So, you know, it was a good 36-hour drive. You know, we stopped a couple times. But just to experience this with our daughters was so epic. They were taking the cushions off the couch and loading them up between the driver and the passenger seat of the Renegade just so they could sit between us and hang out with dads.
Yeah.
And that was cool to me. And, you know, Jeremy's been here 1,000 times, so he pointed out a bunch of stuff. But
Did you guys take I-70? Or did you go the southern?
I-70, yeah.
We liked a lot of the houses, and we also took way too many pictures of the Rockies.
I mean, we come out here. Obviously, we come out for Easter Jeep, which can be anywhere, mid-March to early April, or we're always going back through after Off-Road Expo or CMO. So you're in late October, early November timeframe, somewhere in that range. So, but that was the first time we've got to experience the Rockies being as green as it was through there. I mean, it was the color through the Rockies this year was amazing.
Amazing.
And the mountains still have the snow tops.
Yeah, a little bit of snow. I mean, they were grooming Copper. Copper was open this weekend. They were going to let guys run in the lower section where they're grooming as though.
And we just heard Travis driving through Denver. It's snowing.
Yeah, it snowed
Right
today.
now.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
285's closed.
yeah.
No way.
Great.
Yeah. That might change your travel plans a little bit.
So we started a group text message or whatever, so that Jeremy and I can post pictures to the wives. You know,
Yeah.
my wife has never been away from us for more than 2 days. I mean, she's kind of going crazy, and we kind of got in a fight the other day. Everything's good now, thank God. But having Sierra experiences, I mean, the experience for me, I don't even want to get into, but having her experience this, and then when JP says, "Hey, let Sierra drive, let her drive. We're not doing shit for like 10 miles or whatever." We did some stuff,
Yeah.
and she rocked it. I mean, my daughter knows what's going on. She's like, "Daddy, don't use left and right. Can you please use driver and passenger like JP does?" I'm like,
Nice.
all right, yeah, I can do that.
Nice.
I'm new to this too, babe. So
I got a question for the two of you. Brinks, you think you're going to be a better driver or a spotter?
Driver and spotter.
Ooh, that's tough. What about you, CiCi?
what about you?
I'm not sure actually. Maybe driver, I think.
I think
I think driver.
I think she needs to come back out and experience it again.
Exactly.
So what
I
it
think-
sounds like is a race team right here in about.
No, I think my
15
daughter's gonna be a
years.
Not
freaking
even
driver.
I wouldn't even give it
this girl
15
can
years.
drive.
Brinkley's gonna list all her toys on TikTok now. She can start building the buggy. She said, "I don't even know what TikTok is if you can buy off it, but
You can't buy off it. It's not Facebook.
see, not Facebook, folks. You can't sell your shit on there.
It's for kids.
Can you sell your stuff on there?
No.
Oh, that's useless. Anyway,
It was invented during coronavirus, and
was it?
I don't know.
Right. You just discovered it during coronavirus because you're bored.
So,
Bored in the
if you
house,
guys
bored
don't
in the house,
mind,
bored.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask a question to my daughter. Since you've got here, what do you feel?
I just feel like really nice. I mean, I miss my mom, but it's it's good to be like around. Like I like the mountains, and then all you guys like
You like the
like
trail
it's
riding?
really pretty and it's really fun and
Do
You guys
like being
got
on-
dirty yesterday.
Yeah, you guys look like
She
you
did.
guys look like you just laid down in the dirt.
Cease, do you like ripping it, or do you like going slower?
oh, I like ripping it.
Do you like ripping it while you're driving or while somebody else is driving?
Me driving.
Let them run with it.
Very, very same.
They're onto their own show. TikTok 101.
This is going to be a race team. I can see it.
Yeah.
If you guys want to give me any advice, that'd be cool. I downloaded it once.
I haven't. It's not happening.
We should cover our sponsors.
Just send your son over to Albany for like a week. You'll be good.
Yeah.
You'll have like 12 cats,
Willie,
15 dogs. It's all good.
Yeah.
he may or may not come back calling Gerald a chicken shit.
That could happen. No lie.
But real quick, we've talked about all the companies that came together this week, and so I want to talk about the companies that come together for us. And we have no better person, a company that's been behind us, and we've been behind them. We have no better person to talk about it, but Rock Krawler Suspension has been behind us. So Jeremy, would you like to talk about why you're behind us and why people should choose you?
I mean, not necessarily why would I don't care why you choose us, to be honest with you.
But you should.
I mean, that's not that's not the way we're gated as a company. We're all about being on the trails, being on the road. Yes, we do put a lot of effort into R&D and designing our products, making things ride as good as we can, or always being on the forefront of new product innovation and development. But when it comes to you guys, I mean, it's the people. We can just get together and have fun, and it's not work.
Yeah.
This is not a work week. This is a let's go have fun week. And whenever we're with you guys, it's not work, it's fun. Just like everybody you see on the trails with us, it's there's guys out there with other products in their vehicles, but nobody cares. Not a single person goes, "Oh, you can't come with us because of X, Y, or Z." No, nobody cares. We don't care what tires you're on, what wheels you're on, what suspension you're on. None of it matters when you're on the trails. It's you're just out there having a good time, and that's how you guys seem to be gated too. So, it's been a slow developing and building relationship. Because you guys weren't as big as you were, or into as many things as you guys are now. We're watching you guys evolve as everything else evolves. which is badass. And you guys are great people. So, you know, it's building. It's not, you know, it's not like an iPhone. It's not like an iPhone where you come out with a widget and it just pops and then everybody's got to have it. This is a slow moving train it keeps gaining momentum. And
My phone popped and the battery bursted. You don't want Jeep. You do not want Jeeps to do that.
oh wow,
You overheat them. Don't know what's gonna happen.
her experience this week's been pretty epic. But no, you know, it's a slow moving process and it's developing and we're always all of us, you know, the group of us are throwing around ideas of what we can do together, what we can't, what we can fit together, you know, and whether it be you guys having new ideas to expand on what you guys are doing or hey, we've got these new things coming out. Can we get them on some vehicles for you guys and cross promote and keep building? And that's why you see the group of companies that we work with and a lot of those guys you guys work with as well.
Yeah.
That have come on board and supported you guys more and more too. And it's about the growth and the potential. You know, sometimes you'll work with somebody and you know they may take a different turn and that's life. You know, but with you guys, everything continues to build and it's you know it's something that we're very appreciative of.
We appreciate you. So.
We appreciate you guys' support.
100%.
100%.
No,
Yeah.
we appreciate you guys 1,000%. So take that.
You guys got an owner.
Infinity plus one.
You guys got an owner of the company sitting out here like spotting people all day long,
Yeah.
which is probably not his favorite thing to do.
Yeah. So
But seeing
shouldn't be so good on the trail. Then.
what actually happens and developing new shit. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
right.
amazing.
You know, sometimes I'll have somebody else drive one of my vehicles. I mean, you guys have been around us for what 5-6 years now.
Yep.
So how many times you see us running the same vehicle or same setup? It's never.
right.
So sometimes I want to drive it. Sometimes I want to watch it and just figure out what little tweaks we can do and how the vehicle reacts to make things better.
Absolutely.
And just keep progressing with what's going on. I mean, you know, the adage that if you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. That's 100% true in life.
Yep.
And whether it be in our industry or whatever. So we just try to stay on top of it and get better. I mean, we've got some really cool and exciting new stuff coming out that I really can't talk about right now, but might punch some people in the ding ding. But that's fine. It is what it is.
Always on top.
That was a great. For those of you not watching, the JP just gave a great look to
to a very tired kid.
yeah. But
I've stayed awake till 12 o'clock each night and woken up at 7:30. Of course, I'm gonna be tired.
You know what's really good about that?
Outed.
She finally admitted it. You know, getting them to admit their weakness is their first problem.
And Brinkley, it's now on video, so that's going to go to your mom, just so you know.
Oh shit!
All right. That's also going to your mom.
And Daddy's
And your
gonna hear
mom
about
just
it.
told me you're not allowed to cuss or you're losing your cell phone.
But the oh shit's not that bad.
On the trail, oh shit is bad.
Yeah, oh shit. is- When Diesel said oh shit the other day, that was bad.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, I think things personally couldn't be very much better than they are now.
Yeah.
You know, it's great to see you guys sinking your teeth into more and more things. Watching you guys develop too, it's exciting.
yeah, and for all of us, I want to get through the rest of our sponsors real quick, but for all of us, it's a huge learning curve. I mean, Gabe's the mastermind with getting the editing done. Ryan takes better photos than most people I know, and I just try to run around and look like I'm doing something important. But I mean, we've learned a lot just even over the last year, especially with what we're doing with Kingdom Crawl and all that stuff. And you know, I think in the future we have talked about some things that can bring us to a different level and help everybody out. But just real quick before we get too carried away, I also want to an out of the industry, I guess, but also really well wrapped into it. We got Smoking Dave's Barbecue, 7 locations in Denver. If you
Great
guys are
food.
Ever rolling through Denver?
Great food.
Stop.
Yep.
And Dave's a huge avid off-roader. He's got a completely built LS JK and a red dot buggy, so he doesn't mess around too much when he's out on the trail.
and he caters like a lot of the events that we go to.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
food is amazing.
Matt Loxley from High Beam Off Road. He can help you with any sort of lighting needs you might have. From, he'll put lights on a.
I haven't met here. I mean,
I don't know. It's a
I was
good
kind of
question.
hoping to see him.
I mean, he'll put lights on a Coleman mini bike. I've seen it. I've personally seen it.
Or what's his car? The AMC.
The
Eagle.
AMC
Yeah.
Eagle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that thing.
He has a personal vendetta with Moab that he needs to correct.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So yesterday, where Diesel almost went over 2 years ago, Matt,
That's where he flipped.
Matt Indo
So
and landed on his
right
lid.
before Diesel did that yesterday,
Hashtag
he's
Dumpy.
like, "This is where Matt Loxley flipped."
Yeah, so we got to get you guys to say hashtag Where's Dumpy.
Yeah, got it. We'll do it.
We also have HP tuners on board with us. So Jane Alyssa, Andrew Bailey, thank you guys so much. And
great
that whole
people.
team there.
I'll be reaching out to them for some of the stuff on my JT pretty soon.
Clear up that virus.
No, you know, dude,
Jay, I still love Alyssa's legs, just so you know.
And then another
filter.
guy that's been out here all weekend with us, Doug Langford from Outlaw Off-Road.
Outlaw.
He's got a location in North Carolina and Alabama. You think I'd be able to get through this better now, saying it all the time?
Right.
I mean, we are a little tired. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
Cottonmouth tired. You know.
All of you guys, thank you guys so much. But support them too. 'Cause
Yeah, no, I mean that's a great group of people.
Yeah.
You know, not just industry people, but people in general.
yeah,
People we work with as well. You know, and it'll be great to see some more people come on board with you guys. Maybe Coors Light. I mean, I'm a big fan of silver sodas. This guy here works for you guys. Let's think about this.
yeah.
We're right outside of Colorado. You might as well bring it in, right?
Exactly. I mean, you know, but you know, just great people again.
So if I get Coors on board, Wardo, and how close do I need to your house out here? Do I need to park the truck like in the driveway?
It's got to be close. It's got to be close.
corner.
Can you just buy a property
And just have them leave it there?
yeah,
On
it's all
reefer?
good.
A
Just
reefer.
buy
You
a
drop it
property.
off, I'll come pick it up.
No, great. You know, just it's great to see you guys keep getting more and more people on board with what you guys are doing.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I have to say.
Uh-huh.
It's been
Yes.
a challenge. It's been a challenge. I'm not going to lie, but the people that we've developed the relationships with is, I think, more beneficial than just whatever we're getting from them. There's these relationships have lasted for years,
Right.
and I think that's more valuable than anything else.
And they're only getting stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is amazing to see all of you guys together. And I mean, I'm not even a part of this, but I am.
You are
a small
now.
part of
I know.
it. Yeah, I mean,
And next time I see JP, I'm like, yo,
I'm
where's
in love.
Jake?
I told my wife I didn't want to go home. I'm going to live in Moab for the rest of my life. I love this place. I mean,
If we all want to pitch, I'm down.
Erica, are we down? Yeah, we're
Thumbs
that's
up.
a thumbs up. But no, I love it out here, and I've talked about it before. But with Moab being as close as it is to us, because we're a 5.5 hour drive,
Unless you're Gabe.
yeah, then it's like a 6 minute drive doing 100. But Moab can get old's not the right word to use, but that's what I'm going to use because I'm tired. But it can get a little old. But man, every time I crest that hill
Yep.
and I can see the city, I'm like, yes, I'm finally here. And then I always have a blast the whole time I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The you know, just the scenery, and you're right. It does get old.
Yeah.
I mean, from somebody who's been here for 17, 18 years, the trails are the trails, you know,
Yeah.
and they are getting harder. They're getting more dug out a little bit. And, you know, so there's always a new challenge or the next level of whatever that's got to conquer this. I mean, you guys went with Pritchett. Pritchett used to be a TJ on 35s, you know, would do it with no problem. And you still can. It's going to be work, but you can still do it. But now you're seeing the evolution of bigger tires and how much bigger the holes they make, and everything has to evolve to make it so you can do it reasonably.
I think the more 42s and V8s get popular, putting those combos together, these trails are going to be nasty in probably another 10 years.
A 42
Like
inch
everything's going to be
hole,
nasty.
a 42 inch hole is a big hole.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's a huge
Yeah.
hole.
So, what do you think of the scenery out here?
It's pretty, like the red rocks.
and sometimes inside the rocks because they can glitter, and then not so much the gray rocks because they get run over.
What about you? Did you like
I
it?
really like the scenery, especially today. There was like a really big rock. Like it was giant, like one of those. Like,
Just one
really
big rock?
Yeah, and it looked like a lion.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally.
Oh,
like there's
she-
an eye.
she
I
did
have
say
a
that.
picture actually.
She said if you look at the face of it, it looks like a lion. And if you stop and just look at it, it actually looked just like a lion's face. Like, I didn't really think of it, but she pulled it out.
But I mean, you guys,
right.
you guys have great wheeling up IU too. I mean,
Yeah.
Carnage Canyon, Independence, Wheeler Lake's a great, more trail-ish,
Yeah, it's a trail ride, not.
We're like
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not difficult.
dead smack middle of Albany. We have no trails. It's crowded.
Yeah, there's no really wheeling. I mean, we got to travel a little bit. But I mean, you guys have great scenery. It's just different. There's
Yeah.
something special about this place. Doesn't matter. And then you bring new people here. I mean, there were a lot of new people on every run that we've had.
Yep.
And
I mean,
and,
even JD, who's got an insanely nicely built JKU.
and we
lot of the
spent a
stuff he-
lot of money overnight in parts to get that bitch together for this trip.
JD, if you're watching,
JD, if you're watching, you're taking a pay cut Tuesday.
But I mean, a lot of the stuff we did this week, he's never done because he was out here last summer, and I think that was their first time out here.
That was their
last
first
year?
time.
yeah, when they
So-
were here for Crawl America. In
And his dad's rig, we just redid that.
Oh man, he
So-
almost did it again though. Dude.
He-
He had both front tires way off
Really?
the ground again
So-
today. Yeah,
Will and Diesel were messing around in the playground, and they were doing a technical obstacle. And me and JD are coming down the side of it, and you just see Kevin just Jeep waving. I'm like, I was like, yo, revert. These guys turn around, see me screaming, and then him just slam the front end back down, rips that air locker back out again.
I know.
That's why he was repairing the.
Yeah, I was like, hey man,
yeah.
you got to know when that front end's off the ground and toss it in reverse.
Right. When his supercharger spools up, dude, that thing just goes.
Yeah.
If it's light on the front, it's coming up. It's fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. It's great content.
Right. Yeah.
He loves that pedal.
You definitely need that.
He loves that little pedal though.
Oh, he does. He
yeah.
does.
So huge shout out to Robert over to Air BFE for giving us some special access to get in there today. 'cause
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
it's been closed for 2 years, and it was the strangest thing, dude. There was not a single tire mark anywhere.
I saw that. The rocks were so clean. It looked like nobody had been there ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
nature just took
and
it
I think it
over.
was Will said like it almost felt like what we were doing was illegal because like there was so much greenery that had grown up around all the obstacles. No tire, like it felt like we were just off trail, just breaking trail wherever we felt like.
Yeah. At one point, I had to stop, and I was like, "Am I even on the trail? Where do I have to go to keep moving?"
That's
Yeah.
crazy how fast that grew up.
Yeah, I mean 2 years of nobody
Yeah.
being back there and beating on it. I mean, I think all they do now is shoot commercials out there. And,
Yeah, I think there's one happening tonight.
yeah.
So
That's,
do you
the
think-
rumor I heard.
Yeah.
Do you think it's ever going to open? Reopen?
I this day and age with insurances and stuff, I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow. I don't think it would ever make money based on the fact that the insurances are so heavy on those guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could ever get around it for just personal enjoyment. I mean, it really, whatever happens in there, it's our responsibility. It shouldn't rely on the landowner that's gracious enough to let us in there and do what we want to do and be on some of the those Upper El Dorado was like an epic trail here. Upper Proving Grounds, an epic trail. Lions Back closed. All the cool stuff is become shut down for mostly litigation reasons or insurances. It's like, look, folks, take some responsibility for yourselves. I hate to stand on that pedestal right now, but Jesus fuck, if you're sorry, oops.
No, you're good. This is
This is the most PG episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, we're responsible for ourselves. If these people are gracious enough to let us do this on their land, don't blame them for what happens.
Right.
Well, it's no different if you're on a trail in Moab. You're not going to sue the city if you roll your Jeep.
No, it's bullshit. You did it. Your driving maybe sucks or whatever. Get a better spot or whatever it is. Take your own responsibility.
Get a better suspension system.
That would help. But no, I mean, it's just
Plug.
but no, it's just, if we continue to go down that road, we're not going to be wheeling anywhere. You know, no state, no organization is going to want to take that kind of responsibility or liability. But they should never be held liable to begin with.
It's happening to clubs too now.
Right. No, I know. And it's ridiculous. It's like, guys, no, that shouldn't happen. You guys, it's not their fault. You know, these people in the clubs and the organizations are there to help you bring like people together and form groups so you can learn more and be better. And then you're going to blame them and say, no, it's their fault. That doesn't work that way.
Right.
And we see it all over the place too. I mean, just people being irresponsible and then not taking blame for their own actions. I mean, it takes nothing for the BLM or the public land agencies and whatnot to just can't come back here anymore.
Right.
That's how we're going to fix it.
Bye.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Well-
California and Colorado, man, like shutting down trails like crazy.
Yeah.
Ryan witnessed the recovery when we were at Windrock last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There was an ATV. I told you the story.
Yeah.
An ATV side by side flipped, serious injuries, and you said that the sheriff smelt liquor.
Yeah, so they were coming around a corner. This is asphalt, right? And it's 2 a.m. We just got off doing a recovery of our own off the trail. We're coming down, and it had just happened. You know, there were no ambulances. There was no one else around. The ATV or the UTV slid off the road, hit a stump, and endoed
Down a cliff.
into the trees, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like 80 feet, right? It ejected the girl, and the ATV landed on the guy, right? No seatbelts, alcohol involved, you know. And we were talking to the sheriff there, and he's like, "It probably happens twice a week in this area, just because people don't care, you know." Absolutely, and it's one of those personal responsibilities
Right.
that you have to say, "Hey, this is my bad, right? No one else caused this but me."
And Windrock checks your
Coolers.
coolers before you hit the trail.
Yeah.
So they either got tanked up before
At
they
the
hit trail,
campground.
at the campground,
Yeah.
or they snuck it in somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with what people do on the trails, it's really not a great idea to be drinking and you know, or being inebriated. And I mean, there's things that can happen, go wrong, and you don't know when you're going to lose your brakes. You don't know when something's going to happen. Something could break, fail mechanically, that is going to put you in a very bad position where you have to react in a certain way that says, "Hey, you know, whether I have my daughter in the car or whatever, I have to be as safe as possible because somebody else's, you know, or I could run somebody over." I mean,
Well, we talked about it a couple episodes ago, but EJS 2019, I mean, there was a lot of injuries out here, and I can't say they were drinking related or not because I wasn't with them, but
right.
I mean, it's dangerous. It takes nothing for that 6,000-pound Jeep to switch which direction it was just going and take off a
100%.
complete.
I mean, and we watched it yesterday,
Yeah,
you know, and these guys that were with us are pretty seasoned guys,
yeah.
you know, whether you're in a new vehicle you're not familiar with or whatever, you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Anything can, I mean, look at when Gerald flopped, you know,
Right.
one of the most seasoned guys you've ever seen. Just,
Whoops.
yeah.
Looking down the trail for the hole that he was trying to avoid as he was driving into it.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Where's
You know?
that hole that I know is right? Oops.
Yeah,
You know, I
I mean,
mean, it's-
and that was fast. I
Right.
mean, the people that haven't seen that video, it's kind of floating around out there. I mean, that happened so fast. If one of us would have been standing there and we'd been partying on the trail, but we wanted to get, you know, a shot of him going around that hole,
Mhm.
we would have been killed.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
like it's fast.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
Gotta be
we're
smart.
big proponents in being safe on the trail. As far as staying sober,
Right.
Have fun, but stay
Right.
sober.
Exactly.
Especially because I've almost got killed twice this week already.
True.
If I'm out there intoxicated, or if that driver is, it's a bad day for me.
Right. You know, I mean, you know, at the end of Pritchett, I'll have a beer at the top with everybody, but I'm not going to go having more than that. That's, you know, that's more of a celebratory,
Right.
you know, hey,
Sure.
that was a great run, guys. This is, you know, you got me the Coors
Yeah.
plug. Hey, fellas. You know, but anyway, you know, to have like some sort of celebration, but we will never allow somebody to sit there and just get smashed on a trail and drink all day. You know, not in a group that we handle, because I know that whether I'm not personally liable or not, we want to see everybody get off that trail safe.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
there's family, there's other people you have to be thinking about. And, you know, again, it comes down to liability. I would take it personal, but I don't want it to fall back on, you know, Moab, you know, and take away some of the things that we love, because that's, you know, that's important to us all.
A black eye is a black eye.
Exactly. You give them one reason to take it away, they're, like you said, they're going to take it away.
Quick.
It's easy for them to do it. You know, I mean, we've got Johnson Valley, we've got your trail system in Colorado, in Massachusetts. There's a lot of like public roads now that are wheeling trails, and that's happening more and more because people are being safe. Yeah, these guys are a little tired, but I've seen them fall asleep on a couch already once this week. So actually, it was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last night they were cuddling.
Oh,
it
God.
was pretty cute.
She didn't wake up, but then once we put her in the car, she woke up, and we had a laundry basket in between us. I fell asleep leaning against the laundry basket.
Why do we have a laundry basket?
Because we
all your damn clothes dirty. Right.
and
Because you didn't
CiCi
pack enough, Brinks.
Oh,
I didn't pack my clothes.
If she packs more, we just have more dirty laundry.
And she curled up into a ball on the other side. We were questioning ourselves. How do people sleep like that?
So let me ask you two. Do you guys know how to turn wrenches yet? Really? So you're the mechanic and she's the driver? How's this going to work?
What?
Right.
Race.
If you guys are going to have a race team, I don't know. We're not going to call it something stupid like Barbie's because that's the dumbest shit ever.
Jeremy, what
Barbie's baby stuff.
Nope, not happening. Pick up a different name. What happened?
What do you mean?
What do I mean about what? Do you know how to turn wrenches? Do you know how to build a car? Do you know how to do maintenance on a vehicle?
No.
And you two aren't racing.
do you know how to do?
9 and 12.
Drive.
We don't know how to do that.
I know how to drive and clean a car, so
Well, that's perfect.
Driving and cleaning the car.
You've got a
Sounds
lot.
like the driver's
You've
life.
got a lot of. You've got a lot of cleaning to do when we get back to New York.
Okay.
There's like an inch of dirt in all of our Jeeps.
Everywhere.
Until we buff out scratches.
You can't vacuum.
And I
it.
don't care how much you detail a vehicle after Moab. You will, like 6 months later,
Yeah,
you'll turn your defrost on the first time it gets cold. It's like,
I will. I will tell you this though. I did replace the in-cabin filter in Little Yellow today.
nice.
But no, I mean
They don't come factory in JKs, and I'm a big proponent to tell everyone because they have a spot for them for the cabin filter. I'm like, put that thing in there, man. It's so worth it. They're like $10.
Yeah.
Just slide it in there.
So we actually brought one. He couldn't remember where he put it. Kind of like his keys, his underwear, his
My
deodorant, his life.
His girlfriend's keys.
So
Whoa.
Heather,
We don't know where that came from.
Don't pay attention to that. So he went to O'Reilly's. We got an in-cabin filter.
Who's my
because
girlfriend?
Little Yellow had
Shakira.
little smoke.
It's okay.
Shakira.
Yeah, so we replaced that. I mean, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, it takes nothing.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, I actually didn't know because I knew the JKs didn't have cabin filter, but I didn't know they had the spot for a cabin filter. My buddy turned me on to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to check mine in the morning because I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have one.
Yeah, open your glove. Seriously,
doesn't
open
exist.
your glove box. Push in the top tab. Let it drop down. Open up the cabin filter, and it's right
Done.
there.
Yours is probably full of
You
sand.
didn't have to.
Mine is full. If there's one in
After
there, it's
yesterday,
destroyed.
I don't know what you did today, but after yesterday, I guarantee yours.
We were
is
back at the
filled
sand dunes today.
of shit.
You're gonna need to vacuum before
We
you
asked
can install
Diesel.
one.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
like, Diesel, did you not like get into it or whatever? He goes, no, I was in it. I was like, no, you can't feel your feet.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you got into it, you were ripping that shit.
Well, I told him, I'm like, hey, dude, first gear, drive it'll put you in second or third.
Yep.
You got to hammer it in first and leave it there.
Yep. I was a
No,
big
you did-
big fan
you
of
did
first, second,
awesome,
third in there.
Oh, yeah, all
Big
day.
fan.
Yep.
But I mean, that goes to show you what there is here. I mean, there's rock trails, scenic trails, sand dunes. I mean,
Cliffs,
yeah,
mud, water.
yeah, everything.
Oh, we went through
Sticks.
some water today.
Sticks.
We're not going to talk about sticks. Little baby ass sticks that
No, I-
puncture sidewalls.
I'm referring to Diesel's.
Diesel. I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. We're gonna go across mud, water, sticks.
Poor Diesel.
I love that guy.
But no, I mean,
I don't think anybody could ever say, I don't like diesel.
Yeah, I don't. If they did, then
Something
I,
wrong.
The entire
I
world.
immediately don't like them.
Yeah,
in
right.
return.
The entire world
not
loves that
friends.
dude. I mean, that is a true brother.
Yeah, if somebody walked up and I was like, "Hey man, good to see you," be like, "Yeah, oh that Diesel guy's here. I don't really like him." I'd be like, "Get the f out
Yeah.
of here."
The
See
door
ya.
is right there.
Never.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, but I mean that's how this whole group is
yeah.
for the most part.
It's amazing. You keep,
You know?
you talked about the family. I mean, this is a huge family. It's amazing.
Yeah, and you meet new people every year. You know,
Right.
you guys have never met Kevin or JD.
We met him last year.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crawl
I
America.
forgot you guys
but
were for that.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't, he just had started working for
But
you up there.
yeah.
He
and
was
came into the
your
industry.
group, right? So yeah, I mean, I got to see him at like the hotels or whatever. But then I rode with JD a lot on Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It was fun. Like he's a super cool dude.
Yeah.
I think that
I cussed way too much. I think I was making him uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
I think the first year I met JD was in Tennessee,
Oh, really?
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Even us as dads, though, bringing our daughters out here, I mean, we're 100% comfortable with you guys. Not just you guys, but everybody that we're with. Again, that family aspect, like we can let somebody watch our kids in the pool while I'm cooking burgers or dogs or whatever it is. It's a true family, and it's awesome, and I love it.
So
I really love it.
It was kind of funny. I was ragging on Erica when I got back off the trail yesterday, and she's like, "So what's the plan for tomorrow?" And I'm like, "I'm not 100% sure yet. It's not going to be the trifecta anymore because everybody wants to sleep in." And I was like, the girls, are tired, and JP wants to give them a chance to sleep in. And I was like, "So I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but I volunteered you to babysit the girls tomorrow." And she's like,
Oh.
"All right, I'll do it."
Really? There we go.
Yeah. So, obviously that's not what happened because we
Right.
just split into 5 different little groups. But
Again, honestly, we don't need a babysitter. I mean,
right.
Travis's wife Alexis was here, and she loves these girls. And
She acted like a
and
stepmom.
She did. She was like stepmom all night last night, the night before, and I was like, "Relax, we got this. They're good girls. They know what they're doing." She's like, "Yeah, but it's the mother instinct in me. I gotta
Yeah.
take care of it." And
Right.
and she was awesome. I mean, so was Ashley and even Jenna.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was so good to these girls, and
They look exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Brinks is done. But
But yeah, so
we're gonna get going, baby.
yeah, and on that note, I think we're all exhausted. It's been an amazing weekend,
Yeah.
but
We
the
still
sun
got one
takes
more
it out-
day.
The
One
sun
more day.
takes it out of you. The hiking takes it out of you. The wheeling takes it out of you. So
Yeah,
Speaking-
after Pritchett, I was tired.
yeah.
I was like, what just happened?
Yellow Hill killed me.
When we walked up it.
Walking up that.
Oh yeah, that sucks, dude. I've never walked up that before, and I
Have
will
you ever
never do
walked
it
up
again.
it carrying a fucking slider?
No, no. I haven't.
Whitney did.
No, she did not. I
Oh,
met her
she
at the
didn't?
bottom and
Oh, did
carried
you?
it to
Oh,
the
yeah.
top.
But I can tell you that
I should have made
My
you carry
Jeep
that
is
bitch
on
all the
that.
way
You
to
You
the
know
road.
your slider destroyed his JT.
Hey man, I
more than he
apologized,
did.
and he said that he was getting it
Line-X.
lined
Yeah,
out in
that-
like a week or
It
two.
will be line next.
but
Color matched.
I can tell you
Justin will take care of it.
I will never carry a slider up there because if once my Jeep is finally on that trail, I just won't let Gabe stand on the slider.
That's a real good idea. It's not a rock that took out the slider. It was Gabe.
I think it was on borrowed time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a stock Rubicon slider with
Yeah.
some well done poison spider stuff. So
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
It's time for it to go.
Been a great day. So far, great week.
Yeah.
We've got an adventure to get home. I mean, snowing in the Rockies and Memorial Day weekend. What the hell is that
I
shit?
know, I can't
Yeah.
believe it's snowing.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so hot out here, though. I was like, why, when you first said that, I was like, why is it snowing in July? But it's not July.
Yeah, you're
Right.
actually
It is
right.
May.
You
Dude,
look
and
fried.
it's actually
Yeah,
cold
I'm
for this time of
fried.
year
You're
here right
fried.
now.
Yeah.
It's usually way warmer than this right now. So it's
Out here?
Yeah.
It's all right. Your wife's here. She can rub you down tonight and, put a little lotion on.
Probably not. She like wants some aloe. Pfft, put it on. There you go.
She's like, hey, you
I'll
did this to
squirt it in your
yourself.
hands. Yes. I know.
But anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up, and we really, really appreciate you guys coming on. And
Sorry, these guys are a little tired. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
it's
it's
been a
good.
long week. I mean, for us, it was 3 days to get here.
yeah,
I mean, and that just goes to show you guys how much we love coming here and being associated with all you guys and everybody else that's here. It's not, we're willing to travel the ends of the earth to go to meet people that we want to go hang out with.
And that's the same for us, whether it's 3 hours or 30 hours. If you guys want us there, we're going to show up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you fly.
That's how we roll. We don't need to take our Jeeps on
I
this one.
haven't seen- yeah.
Now,
My
if you
Jeep
think
does
about
not
it,
have to go.
coming across country with 2 little girls, a 9 and an 11-year-old, they were amazing.
I really want to do it though. I know
They were making us peanut butter and jelly sandwiches the first day.
I really just want to throw the bikini top on my Jeep and the half doors and do
They
a
were
road trip
amazing.
like that.
We
I think
ran
it'd be a
out of
blast.
bread the first day. Dad had 6. Jake only had 2.
Got to feed the machine.
Exactly.
So apparently, Jeremy's fat.
Yeah, definitely. My diet went to shit this week. I was doing good. Now gone.
Anyways, well, we really appreciate your support and thank you so much for spending the time
No,
with us.
we
And
appreciate your support right back, man. This is a two-way street.
Yeah, no problem.
girls.
at
I
all.
hope you had an amazing time out here.
Thank you guys for having us. Really.
It's not over yet. We got one more day.
Yeah,
It's-
well, I don't. So
I know, but it ain't over for until it's over. So
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
You're
very welcome.
holy shit, they're awake now.
And guys, if you wouldn't mind, share this with your friends, your family, your worst enemy, and your backdoor neighbor as well. And please, if you like what we're doing, a good way to keep us going is head over to crawl5280.com, hit that swag button, and get yourself something fancy. We got all sorts of stuff.
Buy
on
some
there.
swag.
Buy some swag, please. Thank you. All right, guys.
Thank you guys.
Good night.
Peace, guys.